I'm like, yo, like, I never made it to the NBA. So I'm like, yo, the power of word and the power of thought, and we don't think about spelling as actually being a quote unquote spell upon yourself. So you gotta be careful what you say to yourself, what you think, because your thoughts become your actions.
Yeah, you speak it
into existence.
Yeah, you speak it into existence, and I'm definitely a firm believer in that. And even if it's not so, you know, it's sometimes it sounds so cliche, but I really, really do believe it. You know, like your body knows all that energy. You know,
Yo, you ever seen the shit where they had a big ass bowl of water and they put this fucking like I want to say it's wood or metal, and they tap the side of the water and they make the vibrations in the water.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, your body is 80% water. Something very, very close to that. So do you know how vibrations really work? After I looked at that, I'm like, bro, everything fucking matters.
That's why music hits us
deeper. That's why, yeah, bro, music hits you so deep because, yo, a certain sound would have your whole inside of your shit reform, like, and turn into something else. So it's like, yo, those same thoughts, it was some Asian, I want to say Chinese. I'm trying to be very, very... Like,
yeah, it's definitely an Asian influence when they were doing that, because they're trying all different types of medicine and then also dealing with like music. Oh, okay, let's have this kind of influence in India as well, mostly because obviously it's in Asia. But yeah, all of Asia was kind of experimenting with that, and they kind of just took it a little further, you know, especially with the gongs, like. Doom,
yeah. Did you see the one when it was an Asian scientist and he did it like a real experiment where they spoke a word into water. I forgot how they did it. It sounds crazy, bro. But they it was something like that. And they put the water in the freezer and froze the water, and how the water it freezes a certain way. Like they did like a happy thought or something, and the pattern looked like a fucking snowflake. And then they did this other like bad thought, and that nigga like some type of warrior was in that shit. Like,
and they did that with a plant. They had two plants.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. We were talking about that. I think one of us found it. I think you found it. You yell at the plant.
Yeah.
Like there was two, right? It was
one was you say positive things to this plant. You just say only good things to the plant. And then the other one that was in glass as well. People say bad things. The one that was talked to the worst was starting to dwindle and get, just fade away. The other one was so lively and colorful and whatnot. I'm like, do you understand how crazy that is? They did the same thing also with water, but I think it was like some type of crystal.
Right.
And then the more negative energy was around, it became like all dark and whatnot. And then the positive energy. That's why some people are like into crystals like that, but that's what that does because of energy.
Remember the fruit yesterday you posted?
Oh yeah, the fruit. Like if you put like one rotted bad fruit next to
fuck up the rest of the fruit.
Absolutely.
But then it's like that's why we like living on top of each other in the inner city is like, I'm not saying get out. I'm talking about I think you got to get out mentally. You can't physically just leave. If I got $1 million right now, the first thing I wouldn't get out. Like I'll leave for like 2 weeks and go see my son in Kansas. But I'm coming back and I'm going to rebuild something because I'm like, yo, I'm big on really being able to. Everybody can't get to the $1 million. Everybody can't get to the point where they leave. So it's like, yo, I would love to make everything better I want everybody to be as equal as possible, but I also want us to know how powerful we are from our thoughts and the things that we do and say go hand in hand. You know what I mean? Like I never was really told growing up too tough that somebody loved me. So in every relationship, and even with my son, it's like, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. And in the relationships especially, it was like, yo, all you do is say you love me. You don't know how to show it. I'm like, damn, that's a whole nother battle. Like, bro, I had never been shown it too crazy, never been told it too crazy. I got to a point where I can tell you I love you, and then the other battle now is to show you, like, damn, man, I'm fucked up.
Body language counts for a lot of
things.
Like 60 or 70% of like how we respond primarily to things.
But you know how good a hug feel when you feel fucked up without telling somebody, like, I need a hug? They can be like, you need a hug.
I'm a firm believer that sometimes you just, and most times you really don't need to give people advice. Sometimes you just gotta let them vent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, let somebody cry. Like, let somebody do you without you saying how they need to heal.
Right.
Like, oh, you should do this, you should do that. How about no? How about I just want to cry? And I have these very deep feelings, you know what I'm saying?